Hello everybody, welcome to my new video. Lex the Great here. This is chapter 0 of the new campaign I'll be starting called Shadows of Darkain. This is a solo RPG. I hope this to be a long campaign using maze rats. I will be driving 4 player characters, so quite the task. We'll be using, at least for the first episode, 1-page Mythic, which has been quite a good go-to oracle. Use it quite often. And Darkain essentially is the main antagonist for this setting. But that's it. I am not going to reveal anything else. I don't have much more to reveal. It's going to be a blank slate campaign. Everything will be generated from maze rats. So, this being chapter 0, we're going to develop the characters. We're going to try to develop some lore of the world on our trusty notebook here. And then the next chapter will be the official start of the 4 player characters, where they start and what situation they will be starting in. So, let's get some names for all 4 characters. Let's go to the NPC section of the tables. And I did make a video about this, just receiving this book yesterday. I'm just glad to finally have it. Here we go, characters. Just finally glad to have it in physical form compared to digital. So, our first character name will be, either we can roll for it or we can choose. That's characters we need. There it is. That's the first page of characters. So we have male names, lower class surnames, female names, upper class. I'm going to choose, let's see what happens when we roll for the first name. Red will be the list, blue will be the name. So I'm looking at, oh shoot, sorry. 2-2, okay, we'll go with that. 2-2 is going to be Ellis. Ellis works for me. Okay, Ellis. Ellis will be level 1. They will all be starting at level 1. But I will give them an HP boost because, like I always say, maze rats is very unapologetic. Now for this one, we're looking at 5, 5, 5. Okay. 5, 5. Ooh, I like that name. I don't think I've used it before. Redmayne. Oops. Redmayne. Maybe he goes by Red as a nickname. He's level 1. Then our next 2 characters will be... We have 2 and then 1, I believe. So it's a little hard to look over this wall here. So table 2, choice 1. Distrain. I think that's possible. Let's try... I'm looking at Clovis. I'm going to do Clovis for this one. For this guy. He's also level 1. Alright, last one. We're looking at 1-4, or 4-1. Jules. Jules is... Jules. Jules. I'm pronouncing it Jules. So that's our 4th character, and he's a level 1. Okay. Going back to our first character, Ellis. We're going to roll up his stats and the starting items per the rules. So we're going to choose a column of these preset scores based on a roll. 2. Alright, so he's going to have an advantage of strength. At 2, 0 dexterity, plus 1 on willpower. Okay, then the next character will be 4. This guy will be faster than the average bear at plus 2 dexterity and plus 1 on willpower. Our next character, Clovis. Clovis will be at 5. 5 will have a more of a smarter character. +1 on strength, 0, +2 on willpower. And then one more roll for Jules. 3. This guy will be +1 on strength, +2 on dexterity, and 0. So if you roll the tables compared to the standard or the optional method down here where you can roll 0 through 2, the creator himself of this game says that these are balanced. So looking at what we rolled so far, we have one character who's strong, Ellis. Red is going to be a little faster with some smarts. Clovis will be a little stronger, quite smart. Jules will be a little stronger, quite fast. So there is a good offset here. No one is the same, judging by these rolls. Yep, everyone is unique. Okay, so Ellis has been I've been treating Ellis as the leader, so I will keep that in mind when we start officially in episode 1. Now, we're going to record maximum health. So for this one, I was going to do a variety and roll a d6 +4 to create a little house roll here. So 5, and that's 9. With maximum 9. Okay, next is red. 5, that's going to be 9 again. Going over here to Clovis. Clovis will have a 1, that's pretty low, so he's going to be at 5, which is 1 higher than the average, starting. 1 again, so 5 for Jules. Okay, so we have 2 pairs. Next, Ellis will be kicking off for what feature to start with. You can start with one of these. Attack bonus feature, single spell slot, a single path. Looking at his stats, I'm saying he's going to be the attacker. So we'll give him a +1 bonus. For red is going to be quick on his feet with some smarts. So I'm thinking he's going to be one of these 4 features. Paths. Briarborn, Fingersmith, Roof Runner. I think Roof Runner makes the most sense for his stat. So he's a Roof Runner. I'll put that right here. This will give him, obviously, advantage for climbing, leaping, anything athletic. Alright, next we'll do Clovis. Clovis is going to have... He is he is the smartest of our 4. So I'm going to give him a spell. So I usually star spell slots they are eligible for, so which that means we're going to create some magic. Red is the first rolling for what type of magic spell it is. 3/3, so I'm doing an ethereal effect, physical form. Ethereal effect, physical form. That's quite a combination. I'm trying to keep my two markers here, just so I remember. Physical effect. There we go. So red is going to be the physical form. The ethereal effect, which is first? Ethereal effect is first. So here's what I'm going to do. This is first. And then this will be next. Physical form. There we go. Red is going to be ethereal effect. Physical form will be blue. I'm sorry. Red is the table for the first one. Blue is the option. The effect. So 6, soothing. Soothing. And now we're doing physical effect. Table 3, option 1, elemental. Oh, that could be interesting. I have an idea for that one already. Elemental. Maybe we can spawn some kind of sentry that doesn't necessarily fire projectiles, but sings of some soothing song, kind of like Jigglypuff from Pokemon. I'm not thinking about it. It spawns of some kind of Jigglypuff, and it starts singing, puts whoever's around it within like a 15 or 20-foot radius to sleep, even affecting our own people. So that's the spell for Clovis. All right, so we'll put these away, and then going back to the path for Jules. Jules is going to be a fast one, but also strong, slightly stronger. So I'm thinking a path for this guy. Moving silently, tinkering of picking locks, tracking, forging. I think Briarborn makes most sense with him. Forging, survival, tracking, foraging. So I'm gonna put, let's see, survivor or survival with a star next to it. And then for roof runner, that is more self-explanatory to me, but I'm going to still put a little tip just so I remember. Roof runner is going to be more so athletics. Athletic. A star. I might expand that a bit beyond what it says in here, FYI. Now let's go on to everyone's favorite part, and that's choosing or rolling the items. Now, I usually roll, but I'm going to try to choose items that are in line with how I'm seeing their personas shape out to be. So the backpack for Ellis will have, let's see, he's a fighter at this point, so I'm going to give him let's see. I'm going to grab one from each column. I'm not going to like pick randomly at the entire tables available, but the first one, Caltrips. We'll do that one. Caltrop, sorry. The second one will be grappling hook, I think. Actually, I'm going to save that for our athletic friends. Let's do crowbar. Everything that kind of seems aggressive, I'll give to this guy. Grease, hammer, most likely, or iron spikes. I think hammer probably that's it for him. The fourth one here, looking at large lantern, iron tongs. Medicine will probably go to the smartest one we have on the next page. I'm thinking iron tongs. Those could be good for torture. Fifth will be I'm gonna give everybody rations. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Times 3. And then 10-foot pole, vial of poison, torch, tinger. I'm thinking a 10-foot pole perhaps. We can use that to hit people from a distance. Okay, and then next is for red. So red is going to get items that are for someone who's swift. Thinking for the first item here, maybe chain. The second item is going to be grappling hook. That's what I was thinking for him originally. And then for the third item, we're looking at grease. I don't know why, but I think grease might come in handy. Lockpicks, most likely for him too. If he's shaping out to be our rogue in a way, then we'll do that. He has 3 of those. Rations, I'm gonna go with that. And then for the final, I'm gonna give him a vial of poison. Yes, vial of poison. Okay, next is gonna be Clovis. This will have. He's the smart one. Okay, so he's got some brains. The most aware one. I'm gonna give him the first. Will be animals. You thinking? Bedroll, bear trap. That'll be for a survivor down here. Let's give him animal scent. He knows where he's traveling. He knows he's an adventurer now, so he has to have something to trick other animals or a threat. His second item will be, let's say, glue, glass marble. I think glass marbles might be something good to make people slip or fall, roll over the floor, or use as distractions, kind of like Agent 47 throwing something in the distance. Marbles make a very good loud ding noise. The third table will be hammer. I'm gonna do horn. Iron. So the fourth table, medicine. I think that's suitable for him. They'll have 3 of those. The, the fifth table is rations, as I promised, for each character. There's 3 of those. The last one is going to be torch. I'll give him the torch. He knows to have one. Okay, the last character, but certainly not least, Jules will have. He is going to be the survivor, so I'm going to give him a bedroll. Maybe no, bear trap. I'm sorry, bear trap. Second will definitely be a fishing net. Yeah, fishing net. That can come in handy in several different ways. Now we'll have the third. He'll have iron spikes. The third section is, I think, pretty much for anybody, really. The fourth one will have. I'll give him some. He's a survivor, so I think lantern and oil for late nights. The fifth table, shovel, perhaps? We'll do shovel. The final table, water skin. Okay, there we go. So we have our 4 characters items. Now let's do the weapons and armor. So each character gets the usual light armor. So Ellis will have +1 light armor. Hands will have a shield. He's definitely going to be the fighter, so I'm going to give him. That's going to be total armor of 8. I'll give him let's see, a long sword, which is +1 damage. The belt, he'll have a mace. Alright, that's it. Red will be most likely the wielder of a dagger. So daggers, there'll be 2 rolls. We'll do dagger ×2. He'll also have a shield, which is +1, light armor as usual, +1. And the belt, he'll have a, because he has a willpower +1, I'm going to give him a one-handed spear. Alright. He also has an armor of 8. Next will be Clovis. Clovis is our smart one. I keep saying that. He has the usual starting. Light armor. +1. Shield in the hands. Yep. Weapon. Let's give him a long spear of +1. The belt, I'm giving him a dagger. Just 1 dagger, not 2. Alright, last Jules. We'll give him the usual starting Set. +1. Shield will be in the hands. He's definitely going to be a daggers guy, so I'll give him 2 daggers. And a bow. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put him as the bow. I'm not sure why I forgot to do that. So longbow will give him +1. I think. Yep. +1. And then another backup weapon for short range combat. He'll have a axe. Or, I'm sorry, just daggers. We'll give him a dagger. Just 1 dagger in case. Okay. That's, and then armor, usual 8. So they all equal out to 8. That is our weapons and armor. Now we're going to, because I want to make this a long campaign, crossing fingers, we need to build our characters a bit more on the narrative, or the appearance side. So let me move the camera a little closer. Right here. There we go. So, I'm going to either roll or choose. We'll see how it works out. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put this. I don't use this too often, but I like to experiment with it. Don't regret buying it either way. But let's see. Red will be the table as usual. Blue is the listed option. So we have 1, 2. The appearance of Ellis, athletic. That's fine. Yes, okay. He is our strong one. So he is athletic. Now for his physical detail, 6'2". That's going to be a shaved head. Okay, I like that. The shaved head. His background, which is probably the most important thing, especially for a longer campaign. 4/4. Kidnapper. Okay, that is very interesting indeed. Kidnapper. That's his past life. That's going to be something interesting as far as reputation goes. Next is going to be Red for his appearance. I'm sorry, we need to keep finishing up Ellis here. His clothing for Ellis is going to be perfumes. Okay, I'll roll with that. Pun intended. Perfumes. And then personality. 4/1. That's going to be lazy. I don't think he's going to be lazy. I'm going to re-roll that. I don't think he's lazy. I really don't think that's possible. 3/6. Know-it-all. That's more suitable for him. He's know-it-all. I mean, that's a good way to describe it. I'm trying to think how to shorten it, but I think that's fine. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, next is last is mannerism. 1/5. Cryptic. He talks. I'm thinking more of a deep voice, which is right below it. So I'm gonna do deep voice. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna be Ellis. Next is Redmayne. We're starting from the top. 1/2 for the appearance. 1/2 is also athletic, which I need to re-roll. I don't want to have 2 athletic characters. I mean, it does make sense with Red, but let's see what happens. 2/4. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna re-roll. 2/3. I'm not really liking these options. I might just choose for him. Scrawny. You know what? That works too. 4/6. I like that. Scrawny, especially for someone athletics. Athletic. Scrawny. He's short, but he's very agile. All right. Physical detail. 5/6. That's one we haven't done before. Ritual scars. Ooh, that is awesome. I love that. Ritual scars. Sorry, you can see my head poking in the shot there. That's one thing I'm trying not to do too often. Let me back the camera up a little bit. There we go. All right, next is going to be his background, which is, again, the most important thing. 6/4. He's a tattooist. That does kind of make sense. Tattooist. I'm thinking he was in a cult. So, next is clothing. 2/2. Eccentric? Maybe. Let's roll once more. That might be fine. 2/1. Decaying. I like that one better. Decaying. Next will be personality. 2/4. I'm not too familiar with that term. I'm going to try again. 4-5. Nervous. That is possible. We'll try that. Then mannerisms. 4-5. Rambles. That could work. He's always talking about what the best way to climb up a building is and just keeps going and going and going and going. All right, so next will be Clovis. Clovis is our smarter one, I think. Yep. Okay, appearance for him, 4-5. Rosie, that's fine, I'll take it. Rosie, like James from Team Rocket, perhaps. That's how I interpret that. 6-2. 6-2. So we're looking at Trim. Okay, that's fine. Yep, I'm seeing how this guy's already picturing in my head. 4-4. Not a kidnapper. We already have that. 1-5. Chimney sweep. That is unlikely for someone who has a little more smarts. Perhaps it could work. I'll keep that one in mind too. I'm a little debating this one today. 3-5. Gravedigger. I just did an episode of another. I did another video about with the Gravedigger. Now this guy, not thinking. I don't think he's a Gravedigger. Let's do a gambler. I can't forget to get these guys currency because that's something that the game doesn't have. Oh, whoops! I need to put background gambler. That helps me just separate the roles here. So background gambler. There we go. Okay, next is going to be his clothing. 5-6. Looking at rumpled. That's fine. I was thinking of making this guy dress classy, but we already have one person who does so. His personality is, his appearance is rosy, but his clothing is rumpled. That kind of works for a gambler who's just kind of clever and smart. Okay, moving on before I try to fix that U forever. Table 2, option 6. Personality will be heartless. Oh, that does actually make sense. And I'm not implying that gamblers are heartless. Next will be his mannerism. 1-3. He chuckles. Okay, I'll take it. He laughs a lot, even at serious situations. Maybe it's a habit of his. Okay, last is going to be Jules. We're rolling up his appearance back from the top. 5-3. Slumped. Maybe. We'll go with that. Slumped. Next is the physical detail. 1-4. Braided hair. I'm going to do. He's a survivor, so I'm thinking battle scars instead. Background. 3-3. A galley slave. Someone who's. I don't think so. Let's see what we can choose. A pit fighter. Pit fighter might have been well for the athletic one, but I'm thinking a deserter. Maybe he's on the run. I like that. I don't think I've done deserter before. Alright, now let's do the clothing he wears. 3-5. What does the deserter wear? Frumpy. Okay. I'm not too sure how to picture that, but we'll go with it. Frumpy. Personality? 1-2. Brave? Maybe? Well, if he's a deserter. Huh. No, let me re-roll. Now let's try that again. Brave? I don't think so. 3-6. We already have know-it-all. 6-6. Wisecracking? That's fine. I'll take that. And then last, mannerisms. 4-1. Interrupts. I like that one. Wisecracking, interrupts. That is a good combo. So, okay. there you go. We have our characters generated for the stats. Now we got to roll the something that I usually add as a house roll, and that is currency. So we'll start with our Ellis, who's the leader. I call him the leader, but we just don't know that narratively yet, speaking. All right, so how much currency does Ellis have? He has 9 gold, 10, 11, 12 gold pieces. Okay. This is, I think, based on Karen rules. Red has 6, 10, 13 gold pieces. Close enough. Okay, and then the other two. Oops, sorry about that. Completely knocked my camera. Okay, this guy's going to have. Clovis will have. Let's see, 9, 13. Oh, okay, also gets 13 pieces. 8. 2 gold pieces. So they're all not too wealthy. Okay, 6, 10, 11 gold pieces. Okay, so fairly average rolls for all these people, all these guys. All right. Well, there you go. Those are our 4 characters. We have, put this aside here. Okay, we have Ellis. He has a +2 in strength, 0 dexterity, willpower 1, starting level average 4. Attack bonus given him for his path, or I'm sorry, for his starting feature. Attack bonus of +1. Armor is standard 8. Health is 9 rolled. Athletic, so he's an athletic individual. I'm going to put a star next to that one, just to keep it separate from his appearance. I'm sorry. No, that's going to be a standard roll. And then, okay, so he's athletic, shaved head, background's a kidnapper, perfumed apparently, know-it-all, deep voice, shield, longsword, mace on the belt, light armor. The 6 items are gonna be caltrops, crowbar, hammer, iron tongs, 3 days of rations, 3 rations. I'm sorry, 10 foot pole, 12 gold pieces. Red is a 0 strength, +2 in dexterity, +1 in willpower, level 1, no attack bonus, armor of 8, health of 9 rolled. He's a roof runner. Athletic is how I decipher that. Scrawny, ritual scars. He's a tattooist, decaying, nervous, and he rambles a lot. 13 gold pieces. 2x dagger, shield, spear, light armor, chain, grappling hook, grease, lockpicks, rations, 3 vial of poison. Clovis level 1, strength 1, dexterity 0, will 2, soothing elemental for starting spell, 5 for rolled health, nothing else. Oh, I'm sorry, armor, I forgot. Attack, nothing. Rosy, trim. He's a gambler. Let me fix that. It's getting on my nerves. There we go. That's better. The problem with my lighting conditions is that I have a large fluorescent light on my ceiling, and it's just there's this large glow I can kind of see from at a certain angle when I'm writing. So it's very distracting. So that's why in my videos I have to pause and try to see when I'm writing down. Especially when I'm using pen, I'm using pencil. So like I said, rosy trim, gambler, rumpled, heartless, and chuckles. Heartless. I don't remember rolling that one. Hold on a second. That's an option for personality? I don't know why I'm confusing myself. Yeah, heartless is. I just don't recall doing that one. 13 gold pieces. Shield, long spear, dagger, light armor, animal scent, glass, marbles, horn, medicine, rations, torn. So he definitely has a lot of potential to heal himself. Last is Jules. Level 1, strength 1, dexterity 2, no will, no bonus on attack. Armor 8, 5 health rolled. He's a Briarborn, so he's a survivalist, slumped, battle scars, deserter, frumpy, wisecracking interrupts, 11 gold pieces. Shield, longbow, dagger, light armor. So he's our only really long range. He's a ranger at this point. Bear trap, fishing net, iron spikes, lantern oil, shovel, and water skin. So that is our lineup of characters, player characters for this campaign. That I, again, across my fingers, hope to continue for a handful of episodes. I'm sorry, not a handful, for dozens of episodes, like the Misfortune. Now, we're going to basically generate a little world to start in, and we'll expand as we play. But what I want to do is figure out where these guys will start. So I can choose where they start, and I'm thinking a city or a town at best. Or let's say let's start in a city, because I'm thinking Darkain will be some kind of shadowy force, some kind of shadowy antagonist this entire story. Sorry, setting. And he or she will be obviously revealed if the characters pursue that, well, antagonist. So let's develop a city. I'm clearly just tripping through here, which is back here. The city. Okay, so our starting location, this will be in pen, besides encounters. That's a little easier for you guys to see. So this is Shadows of Darkain. I always have to make sure it's Darkain, not Ane. But now, for the city, this is location, or starting location. I'm going to roll the usual. So let's see. City themes, city events, district themes. We need a name for a city. I might just use the name I have from my other videos as a possibility. I don't see city names around here. I'm surprised there's no location names. I thought there was. Could just make one up, I guess. Yeah, I don't see names for cities. Nope. Okay, so yeah, let's just go with let's see, what would be a good city name? Riverport. So Riverport. It's gonna be our city. And we need to figure out what our characters are doing. So what, when, where, why. We know where the why is. Now, what are they doing? I think there is a way to generate quests here. So, missions. Use a table of locations, NPCs. Okay, so let's figure this out. Missions. What is our team doing? 3-5. Impersonate. I hear them impersonate a ruin. Possibly. So let's write this down. We have what are they doing? When is the question. Time of day. We know where and why. So that does kind of give me an idea what they will be doing. But I thought there was a section here for creating quests. I thought there was. Could be mistaken. Characters, mission liabilities, misfortune, NPC goals. Let's figure out where they are first off before I decide. Well, we know where in the city. So, location, what, when, why, where. Kind of out of order, but I'll roll with it. They will be in the following. So, city, event, locations. I'm trying to find a good spot to start. Let's do a lower class building. 1-4. A brewery, that works for me. So they're in a brewery, okay? And what are they doing in the brewery? Let's see. Let's go to the character list. So there it is. Um, NPC goals. Let's see what they were doing here. Glory. They just finished doing something. So why are they here? Glory. They were just finished. They just finished doing something as a party. When was it? Let's see. There is really no time of day. When was it? I'm thinking I'm using maybe Mythic for this. So let's do a discovery meeting. The first one's 83. So PC. Okay, so it's going to be related to one of our characters. We did that. 84 again. Let's do 53. So PC 53. PC loud. Somebody was shouting. Oh, they were just they were in a brewery. So it's a tavern at this point. What why? For glory, what they were doing loud. They were singing. Maybe they're just having a good time. They were celebrating, they're singing. One of them was singing, so it's PC. So one of them was singing. Who was most likely to have the best voice? Let's see, there's rambles, deep voice, chuckles, interrupts. Ellis was singing. Deep voice. So Ellis was singing. Maybe he was just having a jolly good time. He was holding his ale and just singing some kind of folk song, some kind of song from his childhood. Question is still when. I'm gonna say just top of my head, nighttime. So it's night. This is our scene starter. I'm gonna try to do this for every new episode, or at least every scene. So this is it. They're in a tavern, which is called. Let's find a name for taverns. I think there is one back here somewhere. Treasures. It's for in. There it is. In quirks, in nouns. Let's do. Maybe the factions could be a good one to start. The name of the tavern is going to be. So the master location is Riverport. The sub location is a tavern called Drink. That'd be a good name. A corner point, or let's say. Okay, I thought of one. I was just rolling up nouns. The Maid's Skull. It's random enough. I love it. The Maid's Skull. Okay, that's the sub-location. That's the actual area they're in within the city. And that's where they're starting. So, they're celebrating something. We gotta figure out what they were celebrating to really get the next episode started. So all of this connects to something that they did. They just finished. They're celebrating it, so that means it was a success. They're just coming off of an adventure of sorts, or some kind of task or job. They know each other, perhaps they're childhood friends. That's it. They're childhood friends, and they reconnected somehow. They all bumped into each other. Maybe there was a festival. So I'm going to say that there was a festival that they just attended because this book has a good festival section. The festival was just a celebration of life, perhaps. Maybe there was a new elected king, perhaps. A newly elected ruler. And it's someone who they supported politically. And the new elected ruler, let's do an NPC for this one. So this guy will be, let's go back to names. Obviously it'll be an upper class name. So we'll do a D6. Male name will be, okay, we'll start off the bat. Uh, Balthazar is such a good cliche fantasy name. I love it. Balthazar. I'm thinking of Balthazar for some reason. I'll do Balthazar, but I won't guarantee I might screw it up later down the road. But Balthazar is going to be the leader, and his last name is going to be an upper class surname. Lord something. So 3-4 Grimson. Grimson. So Lord Grim. Sorry, I put a U in there. Lord Grim or Lord Grimson. That's his actual like title. So that's our NPC. Lord Grimson. I'm gonna take out the E right here. Take that out. There we go. So Lord Grimson. Grimson. Okay, that's going to be who was recently elected. They're just celebrating. There was a festival. The elections has passed. There's a ruler now. A new ruler was elected. Maybe the last one was assassinated, perhaps. Someone superseded him. And I think our crew is just generally happy and that something will happen while they're in the tavern celebrating. So that's where I'm going to leave this episode 0 for this. As far as the world goes and like the land outside of Riverport, we'll figure that out as we play. This will be kind of a RPG journal or solo journaling RPG slash open sandbox. So that's really it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode 0 of Shadows of Darkain, and I'll see you next time. Please check out the music down below, the credit for who made this song. So really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.